Welcome back everyone, and it's time to go balls deep. Today, the battle of bazookas come to an end. No! But I'm glad.
Move this man! It's time to stop!
Shut your stupid ass up! Say that,
Bitch, are you dumb?
No, I don't mean it like that. I'm just being honest. Noelle absolutely bodied Vanica, and I like the fact that we have a female character that has relevance by proving she's a true queen, and of course is worthy of marrying our boy Asta.
Yes!
Let's be honest, we're all waiting for the moment Noelle confesses her love for Asta, especially in the previous chapter where she mentioned to Undine that it's not a bad thing to love someone. For goodness sake, we know that Charlotte by the end of this arc will confess her love to Yami, the man we all simp for too. So why can't Noelle, man, just give us what we want, Tabata? But yeah, I'm glad Vanica is dying.
What the fuck?
I know some of you may be surprised with me saying that, but she truly needs to get out of the manga because she is hella boring. As I said before, I'm honest with you guys. Every time Vanica speaks regarding her lust for battle, she repeats the same thing every chapter, and this just comes to my mind.
Oh my god, who the hell cares?
I feel like a lot of us in the community knew the Dark Triad weren't really the final villains because it logically didn't make any sense that the devils who are stronger than the humans they possess wouldn't conceive of a plan to manipulate them. We understand that because we were told by Liebe that this is what the devils enjoyed the most, which is to toy with human beings and their emotions. In the end, Vanica is just a husk of a character that lacks any substance, good looks but no brain. And please don't take my opinion the wrong way. I know for a fact when the anime adapts this part of the manga, it's going to be straight flames. Like, I should say it right. Fire! Obviously the anime is going to fix the pacing and make the pages come alive with back-to-back fights whilst progressing the story. I get it, but I just felt like Vanica was truly just a shell of a character for the real villain to appear.
What do you mean by that?
Well, if you are lost, in Black Clover Chapter 297, we learn that Vanica has completely lost to Asta's girlfriend, Noelle. Yeah, I might as well call her that because, yo!
So true.
Noelle is one with the water spirit Undine, which allows for her to flow like water and strike at Vanica with her new sword. As the Dryad stated in Chapter 295, this new state of magic actually purifies malice and destroys devils. We see Vanica literally have an orgasm out of the sheer power Noelle is displaying. Like, look at these goddamn panels. Like, she's like, oh, yo, RIP to the guys that had their fucking loudspeaker on. I'm sorry, but you guys, look at these panels. You guys know what I mean, right? She can't contain herself and gets absolutely bodied within 30 seconds, as Noelle claimed. Now, if I do some basic power scaling here,
Oh no.
Noelle is absolutely busted with the water spirit Undine. We know for a fact that her mother Acier was an absolute beast that could contend for the wizard queen position. Characters such as Sisgolion and Julius respected Acier for her fighting abilities. Despite being half her mother's age, Noelle has surpassed all of them. This is because she defeats Vanica within 30 seconds and dominates her with ease. We can all agree that Vanica's cursed powers are limited due to Charlotte's help, but Noelle also had more at her disposal. She did not use true magic or ultimate magic that she had learned from previous chapters, therefore implying Noelle hasn't used 100% of her attack power either. If you can remember, looking back at chapter 294, when Nacht witnessed Magna defeat Dante, he stated that a Dark Triad member at 100% is nearly equal to a Supreme Devil. A Supreme Devil is someone like Nama and Lilith. This means Noelle is not as strong as Asta in his Devil Unity transformation, but just below him, just as she should be. You know what I'm saying?
You naughty. You teasing me, you naughty.
At the moment, the narrative is clear in putting Asta at the very top. As Nacht mentioned, he will be the ultimate warrior to succeed in the war. However, Noelle, with this feat, has truly succeeded at being Wizard Queen level. She's stronger than the other captains such as Charlotte and Rill by far. All they could do was witness her achievements, as she was the one that actually inspired them to keep pushing forward and surpass their limits. This just goes to show the greater theme Tabata is pushing, that the new generation of magic knights that Julius wishes to nurture into something different will succeed. They will reform society for the better and change the way magic is perceived by tackling the issues of corruption head on. If you were unaware of this theme and enjoy my analysis, please share your mana with me. Make sure to smash the notification bell for the channel and press the like button as we cover Black Clover on a weekly basis. I would also like to shout out everyone that has bought our clothing. We have Asta Journey merch on sale with 15% off if you use the code Asta. Check it out on the pinned comment. In chapter 297, Vanica loses in the face of true strength as Noelle cuts through her enemy's feeble attempt at a comeback with ease. They slam into some rocks and Noelle puts the sword straight in Vanica's face. I absolutely love this panel. It was 10 out of 10, showing that Noelle was completely and undoubtedly won the fight. This just is like a sexy panel, I'm not gonna lie. Vanica struggles to speak, but once she is able to get some words out, even after all that shit she just went through, losing and getting battered, when Noelle is towering over her, she's still like, oh my god, Noelle-chan! Noelle-chan! What the fuck, bruh? Noelle-chan! Vanica begins to wonder if what she's feeling is friendship. Now, if we are talking about Goku here, she would be right.
Yes.
But Noelle is disgusted with her idea of friendship, since with the Black Bull, she learned what it means to make a new family and confide in those you truly care for. I mean, we can't forget that one of the motivations for Noelle in the war is directly linked with Asta. She wants to prove Asta's innocence to the Clover Kingdom and is madly in love with him. So Noelle's like to Vanica, shut your as she goes in for the kill with one final attack from her sword. At the very last second, Megicula interrupts and is like, Vanica, I like ya, but this ain't how this about to go down, bruh. Let me intervene real quick. Remember, in chapter 289 or so, Asta stated he can't feel magic like others do, so he cannot sense the fair or sinister magic from Nama and Lilith, which provided him an advantage due to not feeling the pressure. Well, Noelle doesn't have that advantage. She detects Megicula's presence and she goes on to explain that Lucifer and the other devils haven't noticed them, and there are 3 souls from immensely powerful mages of the same sex present, meaning that preparations for her descent are all in place. Before we know it, the Curse Queen herself, Megicula the Devil, finally shows herself. She explains that once Vanica and Laura Pichica die, her manifestation will be complete. Megicula uses the curse on the Heart Queen to transform her into a devil. She has become a complete puppet that can now use attack magic to hurt her own friends, whilst before she couldn't even hurt a fly and failed to practice such magic with the water spirit. She couldn't learn attack magic. Chapter 298 starts off with Noelle wondering how Megicula made it to the overworld despite only the first layer of the gates to hell being open, in which she responds explaining that although the gate is like an insurance plan in case of her own advent failing, she preferred to create her own summoning ritual with the use of her own evil goddess curse, but it took a lot of time to gather the necessary pieces to summon herself in. The chapter then explains, with the help of Acier's already dead soul, as well as Noelle putting Vanica in a dying state, it allowed Megicula to manifest in an incomplete form. Once Vanica and Lolo both die, Megicula would be able to fully manifest into this world. This is why Asta is so important, because he will be able to nullify this manifestation and take away the curses that everyone possesses. He has done this before with other characters such as Patry. His third sword has this capability, right? Nacht already mentioned that Asta's anti-magic without unity transformation will still be useful for the other battles, so it's likely that he will be able to team up with Noelle in the future chapters. Now what's interesting is that balls deep prediction magic strikes again, confirming one of our theories. This is with Megicula mentioning that utilizing the curse of Lolo, she can make her into a devil. Interestingly enough, the Heart Queen has received the devil-like ears, and finally tear marks which were present on Licht's transformation into the ancient demon. This perfectly fits in with our theory that anyone can become a devil if the right conditions are met. If you remember some videos ago, we covered the theory that humans and other living species can actually evolve or transform into demons based on certain conditions. Megicula showed us a first-hand example of a human transformed into a devil. This would explain all their many different magic types, personalities, and appearances in hell. Some devils could be based upon dwarves, some humans, some elves, and so forth. Remember how Asta gave up his arm for more power in chapter 258, where Asta does in fact mention the possibility of him even turning into a devil? That's just a tidbit of information I thought all of you should know. The scope of Megicula's curse warding magic is still unknown to us, but it might really be one of the most broken magic types in the entirety of Black Clover, because remember, it was also thanks to it that Megicula was able to create her own advent to summon herself. She can turn people into devils, make an immortal army, make massive explosions with that army, as well as nullify all types of magic. As we see in chapter 298, Noelle forms her sea dragon's roar, claiming that she'll take Megicula down. However, thanks to her decaying world spell, it completely nullifies the attack even in her Saint Spirit dive. Like seriously, this is so OP. It makes gravity magic look inferior considering its vast versatility use and what it can perform. Like bruh. But at the end of the day, to be honest, if Asta had his unity transformation still, and I think this is the main reason why Tabata written it off, Asta would still be able to one-shot Megicula like he did Narma and Lilith combined. Asta's speed, strength, and anti-magic is just superior. As Megicula clearly mentions herself, she is nowhere near as fast or strong at her peak, even though she is equally supreme ranked as Narma and Lilith. That's why, my friends, Asta is the GOAT.
That's why he's the GOAT!
So we see in chapter 298, the blue roses are blooming, which are able to counter Megicula's curse warding magic. Charlotte is back into the fight as Megicula complements Charlotte's Queen of Briar's form. However, to ensure Charlotte can cast the roses to help combat the curse warding magic, Rill has to protect her, and Rill gathers inspiration from Noelle and draws a spell known as Twilight of Valhalla, which further reinforces Noelle's connection to the Valkyries. In Norse mythology, Valhalla is a majestic, enormous hall located in Asgard, ruled over by the god Odin. Chosen by Odin, half of those who die in combat travel to Valhalla upon death, led by the Valkyries. This could be another foreshadowing and clue that gods and other races and other continents will be introduced soon, and Noelle could be linked to the goddess Freya. Now, as these two magic spells clash, it's to no avail, as blood spikes attack everything in the room, taking down Rill and leaving Charlotte barely standing. We are then shown a mini flashback showing Garja hearing Lolo is not capable of being able to create any attack spells, leading him into wanting to become the Spear of the Queen, the most powerful attack mage in the Heart Kingdom, so that Lolo would never have to fight. However, looking at her face, Garja hesitates because he's in love with her. You have to remember that. He reminisces of a more cheerful Heart Queen. This leads us to Garja being stabbed in the guts, and the final page showcases Noelle looking back to see the destruction the devil has caused, and her spirit dive transformation becomes undone, leaving her back in base form, and the chapter ends with Megicula claiming her victory. So as I mentioned earlier, we know Asta and the others will show up. Black Clover is great at doing team battles and showcasing the friendship and importance of every one of them to attain victory. Make sure to join me next time by hitting the notification bell and follow us on social media. I'll see you guys next time.